What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, doing a fast rant today talking about Star Fox Grand Prix. This is apparently a new racing game that's about to come out set in the Star Fox universe. There have been a ton of leaks coming out this morning, really kind of pointing out all the details they could about this supposedly upcoming project. And for some reason, I can't really get hyped about it. I'm trying to. I'm a big fan of Retro Studios, and this is apparently their secret project, but still, it's not really kind of connecting in my brain. I even like Star Fox a lot, especially Star Fox, the controversial Star Fox 2 on SNES, and I'm a huge, massive fan of Star Fox 64, but something about them trying to convert this awesome plane shooter into a racing game, it feels a little bit like a waste. Now, before we go into this, I do want to say up front, I do believe this game is probably going to be fantastic. Retro Studios has a solid track record, from Metroid Prime to their stuff on Donkey Kong Country to even their work when they're trying to collaborate with other studios to make Mario Kart 7. They know what they're doing. They produce really top-tier stuff. But it just seems like a little bit of wasted potential to take one of the greatest plane shooters of all time and make us just cruise around tracks. Now, honestly, I feel like a lot of my disappointment in this announcement that's kind of stemming from the fact that I kept hoping deep down that we would see another classic Star Fox. Something without any of the gimmicks or silliness, just to give us a good plane, awesome graphics, and fun levels to play through over and over again. I feel like we almost got that with Star Fox Zero. I was so hyped for that because honestly, I thought the art was so cool and it seemed like it just had so much raw coolness in it. And then it turned out to be a really weird mess. Some of you may enjoy Star Fox Zero, but for me, despite how much I liked the actual stylization of that game, I found the combat to be unbearable. I hated having to tilt my entire controller along with hitting buttons. I just thought the multiple aiming systems all stacked on top of each other was a really sloppy idea. So, as bad as that was, it still opened up the door for potentially more Star Fox games, a revival. I mean, I thought that's why they called it Star Fox Zeros, because they were going to progress from there to build an all-new timeline or just take the entire series in a new direction. I guess I just didn't imagine that that new direction would be Mario Kart in space. Now, we don't really have any deep dive details about this yet, except for the fact that it is going to be a kart racer and involves Star Fox characters. Throughout the games, we've seen them drive all sorts of different stuff, from tanks to weird hovercrafts, all sorts of stuff. I mean, even a submarine. But how are they going to combine that together into a good racer? From some of the leaks I'm reading, apparently this was originally going to be a Diddy Kong Racing 2. They were going to try and go back and revitalize that series. And that leak makes sense because about a year and a half ago, we started hearing some little bubblings about the fact that there was talk at some point about doing a sequel to Diddy Kong Racing to try and to revive that game because it's so good and it definitely still has an audience. They could have brought that out to try and have a second kart series to go alongside Mario Kart 8. Now, I don't think that this game is going to be trash. I just feel like it seems so much like a wasted effort. It seems like trying to put the biggest idea in the smallest package. Let me make an analogy for you. I'm a big fan of God of War. The new God of War game is honestly my game of the year so far. It's so spectacular. It's got good combat, really, really cool controls, an all-new story, and basically reinvents the entire universe. It does a lot of stuff very good. Now imagine if right now, today, they announced that we were going to be getting another God of War next year, but it was going to be a fighting game. We're talking a classic side-scrolling 2D fighter, much in the style of Mortal Kombat X, but with Kratos and all of his enemies. Now, I'm sure that's still going to be a good game, but why? We already have a style of Kratos that functions so well. Having him explore different environments, solve puzzles, get into all sorts of trouble. That is such a core part of his universe that they wouldn't want to try and affect that. And yet, they're trying to take Star Fox out of his ship, theoretically, to put him in all sorts of other goofy vehicles. even if the mechanics are awesome and we have all sorts of cool laser beams and smart bombs to try and knock people off the track, it still seems bizarre that we didn't get some more, at least one more, really good plane shooting Star Fox. I have heard some stuff that they are making 2 projects at Retro Studios right now. This is not just their one big team all working on only this kart racer, so I do still hold on to some amount of hope that we're actually going to see some sort of still retro awesome game in the style of the older Star Fox. Give us something else in that universe, especially because something the Nintendo Switch does exceedingly well is, of course, its mobile play, having the ability to take the fun on the go. So even if the game is just basically Star Fox 64 2.0, a lot of fans like me would be absolutely thrilled about it, just because you're getting a game and a general gameplay style we've already loved on the go. The portability aspect alone is enough to try and get me thinking and get me curious and make me want to buy it and play it for myself. Whereas when I think about sitting on the train and playing Star Fox Grand Prix, it doesn't appeal to me. Now, we're still just talking about the earliest of early leaks. News could change at any moment, but right now, even hearing about it, I'm very, very, very turned off. But I want to know your thoughts on this, because this is still a really, really raw take. We've just heard about it, and it seems so, well, honestly insane. But let me know what you think. Are you interested in seeing a reinvention of the Star Fox universe and taking it in the direction of Mario Kart? What do you think some of the special items are going to be? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. You know, I'm going to go play some Mario Kart. I mean, if that game already does stuff so well, I'm going to go jump in there and get my butt kicked by people in Japan online, because those people are way too good. Oh, hey, I was just playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto on my Darth Vader PSP. Are you curious what I'm going to come out with next? Well, if you click this button, you'll be subscribed to be the first to know. Also, if you click over here and here, you can see my latest review and my latest top 10. I promise, it was super good. Or it was really bad, and I'm sure you can just make fun of me in the comments. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching.